Humans lean negative. Most people don't like hearing that. I get it, but I didn't assume it. I studied it. My name is Scott Wilkinson, and I'm a martial arts instructor. I have taught for 34 years. That puts me in front of thousands of kids and just as many parents. And what I learned about human nature has been consistent. Here's the background. Parents would bring their kids to my school and say they wanted discipline, courtesy, integrity, character training. Great words. But they didn't want to learn what those words meant. They wanted me to install them in their children. And they gave me twice a week, 45 minutes per class. That's a big ask. And here's the truth. I could do it inside my school. Inside my school, the kids were disciplined. They showed courtesy. They had integrity. They worked hard, but only in that room while wearing that uniform with me running the class. Outside my academy, like at home or school, those traits didn't stick around. They disappeared. Why? Because humans link behavior to the environment. Discipline wasn't internalized, it was compartmentalized. Now, there were exceptions. I ran some outstanding special programs. One was called the Elite Team. That one is my favorite. It's a course that only teaches fighting, old school fighting principles. It's highly impactful. Probably the best program that I ever offered, but I'm going to save that for a different video. Another program that I offered was called the Leadership Program. This one was psychology heavy. I explained communication, confidence, vision, peak performance, what teaching actually is, and most importantly, human nature. Because if you're going to help me teach other humans, you need to know their nature. Now, I would ask the kids question in this course, have you ever heard your parents tell you to do something, pretend like you didn't hear them, then you ignored the order, then you got in trouble for not doing what they told you, and you told them, I didn't hear you? Most of the hands went up, and you probably did it too. I'm from the South. We say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am is a verbal response that means I heard you, and I will follow your instructions. So it was way harder for me to get away with that than most people. It doesn't mean I didn't try, though. I'd also ask them, have you ever smarted off to your mom or dad? More hands go up. Then I'd ask them, who pays for karate? Who buys your video games, your food, your clothes? Is it your parents? They would smile and say, yes. So I would say, let me get this straight. The people who provide everything, who protect you, who love you, those are the people that you ignore and smart off to? They would smile as if to say, well, you make it sound so bad. I'd also ask, do you do that to your friends or just the people who care about you the most? They knew they were got at that point, and that logic stings, and it should. Humans lean negative. We lash out where it's safe. We disrespect people we love or that love us. We resist authority even if it benefits us, because default human behavior or nature requires zero discipline. Now, here's where I prove it. In the leadership course, I played a game. I called it the compliment game. I'd line up the kids in pairs. They were standing at attention. That means that their feet are together, hands down by their side. They're standing up straight and tall. And they were about 3 feet apart. And my round one rules were, as loud as you can, yell out every insult you can think of at your partner. It's like sparring, but with insults only. No cuss words, but they could say stupid, poop, fart, words they weren't normally allowed to say. The game lasts for about 30 seconds. When I said go, chaos. Laughing, smiling, yelling. The kids loved it. And the insults flowed out effortlessly. We stopped, we laughed. I pointed out all the best insults that I heard. Everyone wanted to do it again. So I lined them up again, but I changed the rules. Same concept, same setup, But this time, they had to only yell out compliments. They had to yell everything you like about your partner. Their faces changed immediately. Their eyes got big, their smiles looked forced and uncomfortable. And some kids froze, some just stared at their opponent or partner. Others looked sideways in the group at the group next to theirs to see what they were saying. 30 seconds of trying to think up compliments were tough. They had never done anything like that before, so they struggled. Now, I've run this game or experiment for like 25 years. Same result almost every time. That's the proof. Being negative is easy for humans, and being positive is not. The insults just rolled off the tongue like it was nothing. Compliments have to be practiced, which means the positive behavior is not natural. It is disciplined in them or in anybody. And anything undisciplined defaults to human nature. And human nature leans negative. Now here's the good news, and I would explain it to the kids just like I'm explaining it to you. You don't have to live at the human culture default. You don't have to act like that. You can choose to practice being positive, to discipline your words, to rise above human nature. Or you can fit in with other humans. You can gossip, you can talk negative, you can insult people, you can be impatient. Making the right choice separates you from other humans. You stand out. Let's face it, adults are just taller kids with money. This negative nature doesn't disappear when you get older. So my belief that people will let you down or let me down comes from my experience and studying human nature. And I know most humans weren't taught to be positive or study positive things. And that's why I'm going to give them patience and grace. I can't expect humans to live up to my expectations if they've never been taught, and instead they just live out whatever they feel. I found that my expectation of what I thought people were supposed to do only created frustration and disappointment for me. And just me, because they didn't care, or they didn't even know I was frustrated. But what I can do to fix that is be the shining light example and hope that through my smile and positive nature, people will want to make others feel the way I make them feel. So when I say that I believe people will let me down, it's not bitterness, it's clarity, and I choose not to fight it. I accept it. These are just the rules of the game of life. I know what humans lean toward. And you can also be a shining light type example. Sometimes your light teaches more than words can ever teach. Now, if this helped you see people more clearly or found some wisdom in it, subscribe to the channel or leave me a comment. Here at Foundations of Character, I talk about discipline, character, human nature, and how to live above the human default. I'll talk to you soon.